Hi guys, so today I have a super exciting video. I always say that, but this video in particular is something that I really love to film, and I think that I'm gonna make it a series on my channel, which is kind of like Instagram decides. So obviously I have my YouTube channel where I have all of you guys watching and following me, and it's all about fragrance, but I also have my Instagram, which is just demi.rawling, and I have a super engaged and kind and wonderful community of both men and women. It's almost like 50-50 even. So it's great if I ever want to do a topic on women's fragrance or men's fragrance. I have a pretty even following. So anyways, getting back to the topic of today's video, I asked the girls specifically on my Instagram, what is your favorite date fragrance on a man? If you were going on a date tomorrow, what do you want your guy or girl, depends what you're into, what do you want them to smell like? I had so many answers to this question, and there was two fragrances, which I have right here, that were the most popular. So I'm gonna talk about them a little later, but there was some designer, some niche, some I've never heard of before, some very popular fragrances. So I have a list of quite a few fragrances today, some designer, some niche, like I said, and I'm gonna share with you guys the most popular answers by far were these fragrances that I have here today. So let's jump into the video. I'm very excited for this one. Let's go. Before getting into the video, my analysis, because I'm gonna share with you guys what I gathered from this questionnaire. Girls either like fresh or they like very sweet, tobacco, boozy type of scents. Rich and oriental, or they like fresh and clean. Let's start out with the first fragrance. We have a niche one right here, and it is from Rouge Parfum, and it is ELYSIUM. Now, you guys know I am a fan of this one, and it's one of Pierre's most frequently worn fragrances. It's a very nice, fresh, aromatic, a little spicy, very juicy, invigorating, citrus, woody, green, spicy type of scent, but it is just overall a very fresh and clean fragrance. I love when Pierre wears ELYSIUM. It's not something that I would choose for him to wear on a date because I prefer the more oriental and rich type of scents, but it's a fantastic go-to, clean, fresh, sophisticated smell. And if that's more what you're into, I would say go for ELYSIUM 100%. You are not going to meet a girl that doesn't like this fragrance because it's so appealing, it's very beautiful, it's clean, it's masculine, and it's a fantastic fresh fragrance that does actually last. It lasts about 7 hours, I would say, on Pierre's skin, and I can still smell it off of his skin. So ELYSIUM from Rouge Parfum, definitely recommend it. It was frequently said in my comments, so keep that one in mind. Next up, we have DIOR Homme Intense from Christian Dior. Now, this is also a personal favorite of mine, especially for going out on a date. It is a beautiful, soft, musky, sweet, just comforting and cozy scent. This is really, for me, like a Netflix and chill type of fragrance. It's what I would suggest to you guys if you're ever in this situation. I would say go for something like DIOR Homme Intense. You get a little whiff of it and you just want to kind of bring yourself closer to this fragrance. It has some iris, some amberette. It's musky, a little bit sweet, yet very comforting, and also a little bit woody as well. It still smells masculine. It doesn't smell too feminine or anything like that. It's still a masculine type of scent, but in a very soft, intimate, and comforting way. I definitely recommend this one. I think it's a fantastic date night scent. DIOR Homme Intense. I will link the exact product down below because I know there is so many from the DIOR online. If you guys are confused, it will be down below. Definitely this one is a recommendation from me as well. No surprise, in my opinion, this one is no surprise whatsoever. It is SPICEBOMB by Viktor and Rolf. Now, people said SPICEBOMB and SPICEBOMB Extreme equally as much, so I'm gonna go ahead and recommend you guys the SPICEBOMB Extreme since it's just a little more extreme. This is a delicious tobacco, cinnamon, spicy, sweet, woody scent, and it is just absolutely one of the best designer fragrances that you can buy. Still to this day, even though it was released a long time ago, SPICEBOMB by Viktor and Rolf, this DNA is just fantastic. It's a tobacco, vanilla, cinnamon, spicy, woody, sweet, sexy, creamy scent. And it is just really top. In the designer world, this is one of the best ones that you can get. I would say if you're just starting out in fragrances, you need to buy 5 fragrances tomorrow. this would be one of them that I would recommend that you would buy. SPICEBOMB Extreme by Viktor and Rolf, fantastic for dating. Again, you're not going to come across many girls that don't like the way that this smells because it's so appealing, yet sexy, yet powerful. It has great longevity, great projection, and everyone is going to smell you with this one. So SPICEBOMB Extreme, again, my tick of approval for sure. Next, we're gonna go to a niche fragrance from the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and it is not Baccarat Rouge, it is Grand Soir. Now, I was pretty surprised at how frequently this one popped up. That's why it's in this list today. I was a little surprised because I didn't think so many girls knew about this fragrance, but apparently they do. Grand Soir would 100% make it to my top date night fragrances. I don't have a bottle in Dubai anymore. I have one in Australia and I cherish that fragrance. It is one of the best amber fragrances that I have ever tried in my life. So if you like amber, you definitely need to put your nose on Grand Soir from MFK. This is a very intoxicating, powerful, strong, deep amber scent. I don't even know the notes anymore, I completely forgot, but it's amber, it's like benzoin, it has like a labdanum feeling to it, so it's a little bit powdery, it's very woody underneath, it's sweet and enveloping on your skin, but it's so powerful. Grand Soir projects, it lasts, and it smells intoxicating. You're definitely gonna have a big scent trail and people are really gonna be intoxicated by your fragrance. One of the best cozy ambery scents ever. I would recommend checking it out for the fall and winter especially. It's a little bit too strong for those spring summer months, but the fall and winter Grand Soir, it's something that I miss a lot in my collection and it's just one of the best fragrances ever. Grand Soir from MFK, definitely a perfect date night scent if you're into those more woody, ambery, oriental type of fragrances. So get your nose on Grand Soir, it's 100% worth it. Next up, no surprise here, we're gonna go to a fresh one. It is Bleu de Chanel from Chanel. Now, for me as well, I have to say, even though it can have a little bit of a basicness to it, I completely love this fragrance and I will forever love this fragrance. Bleu de Chanel, without a doubt, is one of my most complimented fragrances when I compliment a man. If I smell a guy, it happened to me so many times in Australia where I would be like, oh, you smell fantastic, what are you wearing? They would be like, oh, I'm wearing a Bleu de Chanel. I was like, okay, nice. Fantastic fresh fragrance with just the right amount of power underneath. It's woody, spicy, fresh. It has a little bit of a pepperiness to it. It has those citrusy notes, yet it has something dark about it at the same time. It's overall just one of the best fresh, clean type of masculine scents that I've personally ever smelled on a guy, and I really recommend it forever and ever. Bleu de Chanel. You can go for the eau de toilette, eau de parfum, or the parfum. My favorite concentration is just the original EDP, so the eau de parfum, but any of them are great. Try them, check them out if you haven't already, which I'm sure all of you guys that are watching this, you've either smelled it, you own it, or you know someone that owns it. So yeah, anyways, fantastic dating fragrance. This is just one that you can put on, you know the girl's gonna be happy with the way that you smell. Bleu de Chanel. I feel like that kind of rhymed a little bit. We have another niche, and this one definitely surprised me, although I do know and I'm very aware that this is a cult favorite amongst the men niche gourmands. I'm very much aware. I hear a lot of men talking and praising this fragrance. It is Black Phantom from Kilian. Now, Black Phantom, I have to be honest right now, but please guys, take this with a grain of salt because I cannot tell you how many girls commented Black Phantom in my Instagram poll, so don't listen to me 100%, but I am not really the biggest fan of this one. And I remember reading something that it smells like peanut butter, and now all I can smell whenever I smell this fragrance is peanut butter. I don't know, it has this almost warm, nutty, creamy saltiness to it. That was a big mouthful of words that I never want to repeat again. I don't find this scent sexy or attractive personally. So again, that's just my word, but really guys, there was so many girls that commented that their favorite was Black Phantom. So this is a cult favorite, people love it, but for me, I really don't know if I like this scent at all. If you want a great Killian, I would go for Intoxicated. For Angel Share, for Vodka on the Rocks is a fantastic fresh one. There is so many from Killian that are great, but I'm not sure about Black Phantom. But anyways, Black Phantom very much requested, and just wanted to throw it in there because apparently a lot of girls love this one. It's not my thing, but yeah. DIOR SAUVAGE. Now, when I first started my channel, and I do get a lot of shit for this, when I first started doing YouTube reviews on fragrances, I loved DIOR SAUVAGE. I really, really did, and that's not a lie. I loved it. I remember when I was first getting into fragrances, I really enjoyed the way that DIOR SAUVAGE smelled, especially when somebody would wear it, less than when I would spray it on a tester strip and smell it. I loved the way that DIOR SAUVAGE smelled when I would smell a guy wearing it. With that being said, as I kept on smelling new fragrances in the industry and testing out niche designer fragrances, I became bothered by the very strong Ambroxan dry down in DIOR SAUVAGE. That's just something that I have a little bit of a problem with. I don't like fragrances that have a very strong Ambroxan dry down, and it's very obvious in the fragrance. But saying that, I know the success of this fragrance. I know how many girls find this fragrance attractive. Even to this day, when I made my Instagram poll, so many girls commented DIOR SAUVAGE, DIOR SAUVAGE, DIOR SAUVAGE, SAUVAGE by DIOR, the Johnny Depp fragrance, DIOR SAUVAGE. So many. So I know it's still a cult favorite for girls on their man. So don't always take my opinion as the holy grail, because it's not. And that's why I like to do these Instagram reviews, because you guys, I don't want to only give my opinion, I also want to give the opinion of others. I need to get some girls to come on my channel soon. I have a friend that might film some videos with me, which I'm really excited about, because it's not always my opinion is the best, and it's not. I would like to share with you guys some other girls and female opinions. DIOR SAUVAGE, still a favorite amongst a lot of girls. For me, like I said, it's not the worst fragrance I ever smelled in my life. It's just that little Ambroxan dry down. But saying that, I have smelled it on guys in the street, and it does give a beautiful scent trail. It's very fresh, very powerful. It has this very woody, spicy, dry woody dry down. And it's just a very strong and powerful fragrance that smells fresh, smells clean, yet extremely masculine and extremely woody and a little spicy. It is a great fragrance. It's successful for a reason. With that being said, it's not my favorite, but a lot of girls still love and adore DIOR SAUVAGE. You know, when you wear DIOR SAUVAGE, you're gonna get complimented, it's gonna last forever on your skin, and you're gonna smell appealing to everyone. So yeah, DIOR SAUVAGE. Next up, we have one from Jean-Paul Gaultier, and it is Ultra Male. Now, I am a very big fan of the Le Male line, all of them, Le Male, Ultra Male, the Essence. I love so many of them. I don't know what it is, but this DNA, it's very reminiscent to me because my stepfather used to wear Le Male my whole childhood, and I just always had such an affection towards this smell. And even when they released Ultra Male, I loved it. This is a fantastic fragrance to wear on a date, really, truly. It's very sweet, it's very powerful. It can be a little too strong at times, so maybe if you're going on a date, spray a little less, unless you don't care, and then spray however much you want. It's a very strong, very sexy, very sweet, vanilla, cinnamon. It has this very syrupy pear note in there as well. It is a fantastic fragrance, very sexy, very addictive. I don't think it smells overly masculine, to be honest, but you know that you're gonna smell strong, sweet, very sexy, very playful, like a little bit like a Playboy, and it's just a great scent. Ultra Male, I recommend it as well. It's a top fragrance to wear on a date. The next fragrance is Tom Ford's Oud Wood. This one very frequently came up, Tom Ford's Oud Wood, and this is a great scent from Tom Ford. Is it my personal favorite on a man? No. I like Tom Ford Oud Wood. It's a great scent. It's very woody, it's spicy, it's very utterly masculine, and sexy, very classy, refined, luxurious. It really has all of the aspects of a successful and sexy fragrance. But for me, I prefer others from Tom Ford. I really love the Noir from the normal line from Tom Ford, just in the black bottle. I love the Noir Extreme with the gold cap. I love Black Orchid, I love Tobacco Vanille, I love Beau de Jour. I love so many from Tom Ford for men. And I would say Oud Wood is kind of not really one of my favorites, but a lot of girls love it. I've seen a lot of girls talk about it on YouTube for men. I know that this one is a great fragrance for a man, so don't listen to me. I'm just telling you guys, I love so many from Tom Ford. This one would not rank in my top, but it is a fantastic scent. Clean, oud, spicy, very woody, very upper class, luxurious and refined smelling. It's for a guy who's maybe a little more serious and less playful, I would say, and has a more luxurious demeanor about him. Anyways, it's a great fragrance and I do recommend it, and a lot of girls really love this one a lot, so keep that in mind. Are you ready for the top 2? I am so excited because both of these fragrances are also my favorites. Maison Martin Margiela Jazz Club. Jazz Club, Jazz Club, Jazz Club. Every time I smell this one, it just is... it's like love to my nostrils, really. Jazz Club is a very sexy, very creamy, woody, boozy, spicy, sweet, just wow type of fragrance. It has this sweetness in the top, this spiciness, but not too much. It doesn't smell like black pepper. It's more of a smooth spiciness. It has this boozy aspect to the whole entire fragrance, and you definitely have this smooth and creamy woodiness that lingers once you've sprayed it on, because I personally wear Jazz Club a lot, so I know how good it is and how long it lasts. I love to mix it with certain fragrances, and you can see Pierre and I, we both wear this one a lot. And once you've kind of let it settle down for a while, you're left with this boozy, woody, creamy, sweet scent, and it is just addictive, sexy, very chic. Like, it has this really beautiful like cloud that it leaves you with. Jazz Club, hands down, it's a recommendation from me. I always talk about it. I love it so much for men and women. I think it's fantastic. And for me, this one is sexy. Like, it just gives off this sex appeal in such a smooth and mysterious way as well. So Jazz Club, Maison Martin Margiela, very, very, very common in my comments, and I'm very happy about it because it's also one of my top favorites. The final recommendation is a fragrance that is really close to me, very close to my heart, my baby, Herod. Now, I was again a little surprised about this one because I wasn't aware that so many of the girls that follow me know and love Herod, but then after saying that comment, I have been speaking about this for years on my channel. Before anyone else was hyping up Herod, this was my baby. I loved it so much. Ever since the first time I smelled it, Herod was my top favorite from this brand, Parfums de Marly, and I just love it so much. So I'm so happy that people also appreciate the way that this one smells. I have so many memories with this fragrance, so many memories before I met my partner, but also after, and I just, wow. It is really one of the best dating fragrances you can wear ever, especially in the fall and winter. Herod is a very sexy vanilla, tobacco, a little bit of this cherry fruitiness to it. Not in a fruity way, like a fruity girly bubblegum playful way. It just has this slight cherry tobacco kind of feeling. It's a lot of vanilla. It's very woody underneath. It has a lot of SOIR super in the fragrance to make it last and project a lot. And it just has something so smooth and sexy and woody and sweet and spicy about it. It's very oriental, it's very warm, it's very cocooning. When you wear it, it's like it wraps you. This fragrance really wraps you, and it's just one of the best in my opinion. Herod from Parfums de Marly, this is just 10 out of 10, definitely has my tick of approval. And guys, if you don't have this one already, You really need to at least try it, smell it, get a sample. I know people talk about reformulations, but I've already spoke about it. I've had my bottle since like 2000 and maybe like 2018, I would say, even maybe before that. So I cannot really talk about formulation because I still have my same bottle and it lasts and projects like crazy on my skin. But I do want to say, if you cannot afford Herod, I completely understand because it's very expensive. Try something like Viktor and Rolf SPICEBOMB because the notes are quite similar. They both have tobacco, they both have cinnamon, they both have vanilla. So if you cannot afford Herod, try Viktor and Rolf SPICEBOMB Extreme. I know they're not the same fragrance, they don't really smell the same at all, but you're gonna get the same vibe, the same appeal, and they're both very like warm oriental fragrances for the fall and winter. So yes, that is it guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. I had a great time filming this one because I always love to get other people's input. Sometimes it's my channel, but I like to hear from different people. I need to get some girls on to do like a little bit of more girls giving their opinions of scents, not just me. And yeah, anyways, thanks for watching guys. I will link everything down below and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.